Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, I have officially completed the campaign on all of my accounts. And now I have decisions to make, which will be a lot of interesting choices because I have different accounts on varying degrees um, of ships on them. So we will go through the decision making as we go through this. That is lagging up a little bit. Also lagging up a little bit. Yeah, so technically, on 4 of my accounts, I finished the campaign yesterday. But the last time I streamed because I was experiencing severe lag, and apparently on that last account I did with that lag, I did not get credit that day for the event, and tried to go through support to see if they would give me access, and then they just kind of dragged their feet, and then until they said that they couldn't give me uh, credit for that day. They said they still might do something once the actual event's over, to see if I can actually get the full rewards uh, for the dilithium. But I mean, I honestly have not had a lot of hope when it comes to talking to support. The problem is a lot of them don't play the game. Um, Probably don't even work for Deca or Cryptic. They're just kind of there. So probably some outsourced company, and so they don't care. They just don't care. But yeah, so had to wait an extra day for all my accounts to be completed, and so that's what they are. But so yeah, so this is my main account. The choice on this one's gonna be kind of hard because a lot of this stuff will be um, useless for me. So dilithium, not going to spend any dilithium right now on anything. I'm going to wait for or not dilithium, Lobi. I'm going to wait for a Lobi cell. Generally, I mean, I may end up getting some traits for some other characters. I have most of the Libby ships. I keep a spreadsheet. I keep a spreadsheet on everything, to be honest with you. Let's see. Where is my... I haven't opened this one up for a while. Others... yeah, so I I keep a spreadsheet of all ships that I have. That's not all of them. Is it organized? What do I have? Do I have no blanks selected? Or organized by hull. Oh, yeah, there we are. I pulled some of these numbers off of the wiki, but some of the wikis don't have the numbers on them. But yeah, so I try to keep track of the ships that I do have. So I need to go here to decide which ships that I want. Actually, I think I decided. So, um, these are not perfect ranks. These are just kind of basic ranks. So they're at 100%. I almost bought the Shrike at one point, um, but I did not buy it. Trying to look here. So Kathy. It's Torp. Um, so yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes that decision pretty easy. So yeah, let's get the Shriek or Shrike or whatever it's called. Ah. Yeah, I almost bought it. I didn't get it because I don't think it's the best ship um, when it comes to a few things. But it is a thing. Let's see. I have no originality for my... And do I have upgrade tokens on me? I slacked off on getting upgrade tokens for a while on this account. And now I'm at that point where I am in desperate need of them. This is... There's my bound accounts. Just 3. I'm gonna fully do this one because of the fact that I might fly it around a little bit. But I'm trying to remember. There is another Intel ship that I have. I think it's the Vengeance. So the Shrike is tactical base. Shrike, it's tactical base, and so the Intel abilities are based on the main I'll just ready this ship. But the Intel abilities are based on the tactical slot, and on the Vengeance, which is a cruiser, it's a pure cruiser. The Intel is based on the cruiser slots, which means it gives you a better place to put them. Actually, I just realized the science slots on this are kind of bad, but what is this? This is a miracle worker. Yeah. So yeah. Because of that, I didn't get it at that point. I got a different ship when I had the box. Let's go ahead and I'll work on that later on. Switch back to Madani. But I mean, it's at least a decent ship, so it's decent enough. This trait will be nice to unlock for some builds. It's a specific to that. The only thing now I have to decide is what to do with these. So I've said this before on streams before, but this account has every C-Store ship. Do I keep on clicking the wrong thing? Yeah, so this account has every C-Store ship. The best way for me to show it is do that. Yeah, so I can't use these on anything, and the fact that they are locked to specific ships, which means that I would have to go like 2 years not buying ships on this account in order for them to be any use to me. So they end up just going in here and they'll rot away. I wish this is one thing. If Deca or STO, any STO member ever starts watching this, I wish what they would do is make let's see, it's, I gotta find, I think it is, no, that's an actual 100% off coupon. So it's these four, is it these four? Yeah, it's these four. I wish that they would make it so that these T6 coupons could be traded for Epic coupons. The same thing goes with this is a box from one of the Muds bundles that I got 2 of them on accident, mainly for the basic what had happened. This is me rehashing old nightmare situations. It's one of the reasons why I don't spend a lot of money on this game anymore. But I had bought the bundle so I can get the Kittimer, because when I was playing, I came back after the Kittimer. I think I came back in 21. I can actually check. When did I start playing Captain's Log? Welcome. Yeah, so I came back in 21. So I came back just in time to get the Teamer. But I didn't get the Kittimer, and so when this came up on a Mazda bundle, I wanted it for completion's sakes, but for some unknown reason they so I got it for completion's sakes, and so I got the T6 coupons because I thought they were tradable. And I find them they're not. And at that point, when I got them, I had already bought everything in the C store, and so it was like a complete, just a complete waste for me. And so I tried to go through support. This goes back to my issues. I've had issues with support, and say, hey, I bought these. I didn't know they weren't tradable. They have no use for me. They're just going to rot in my bank. Is there a way that you can trade these out for something else from that bundle? And they're like, no. So I have used them every now and then when I think not this last anniversary bundle, but the bundle before that, I was interested in 0% of the bonus add-ons on that one, and so I ended up spending some of the T6 coupons from there. But yeah, it's basically one of those things that they're useless to me. But I do wish that they would make it so. I wish that these Muds T6 coupons can be used to buy another ship from the Muds store. So like any of these ships, I wish you could use them on. It's never going to happen, but I mean, if Star Trek Online is listening, that's a great idea. And like these other ones right here, I wish could be changed into Epic coupons, because there's a lot of stuff in the Epics, the Epic token, that I don't have, and I would love to have. But yeah, that is what it is, unfortunately. But so yeah, so my campaign choice for this one is mainly because I really do have a lot of ships. I should mark these properly now. I really do have a lot of ships that from others. Also, I was avoiding any ship that's in a MUDs bundle. But it's fine. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else. See, because like this one is a MUDs bundle, which was the Sona Command. This one is also in a MUDs bundle, which is a Vodwar. See, these things about these MUDs bundle ships is I have to be pretty careful, is because I may at some point just want to buy the MUDs bundle, which is, there's actually a sale supposed to be coming up at the end of the month. So if you are available to buy it, yeah, I think that's the only thing I would have bought. Alright, now let's go ahead and switch accounts to make more decisions. Thank you for the like, by the way. I do appreciate it. I saw that earlier. I was just in the middle of monologuing, didn't mention it. So this next ship's, the decision's gonna be a little bit easier, because for a lot of these things, because this ship, or this account, does not have everything. It has enough to get by. Oh, I'm on a temper recruit. I need to check something. Okay, no new rewards. So the blog for the temper recruit said new rewards, and I just ignored it. But I kept on going. I don't think there's new rewards, but it says there's new rewards. No new rewards. It's a misstatement by them. Alright, I gotta pull up another spreadsheet. We're going to claim this. Everything here can get used. Again, I'm not going to use the Lobby, not until Lobby, so most likely they'll go towards traits or some other random item. This account, I'm not overly pressed to try to buy everything, every ship, so this was my free-to-play account. It's actually still my free-to-play account. I still haven't spent a dime on this, except for the lifetime, which is more of a way to it's a quality of life thing. Lifetime is, there's a lot of benefits to the lifetime, to the point where I now have it on 3 accounts, which would probably be the most accounts that I have. So this is this account, and so I have to decide off of some other stuff. So Ruin of Our Enemies I should be getting soon. Superior Arrow Denial, it's on this list for me, but it's actually I might end up, actually, what's Cultural Conquest do? I might actually get the World Razor. World Razor is a great ship. Trying to pull it up on the... Why does it always bring up fandom? It's going to bring up the old... Does it say on here what the actual... Alright, so I would be getting this most likely for the ship, not for... And I think that's what it was. That was my two decisions. I think the options were World Razor or the Strike. And because those were the two choices I was making. Because the Avenger or the Vengeance is better than the Strike, in my opinion, I had got the World Razor instead. That was the decision that I was making at that point. Which, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Which is a decision I'll still make at this point. So let's go ahead and find the World Razor on here. It's a great ship. It's a great ship. So let's go ahead and... Oh. I almost panicked for a second. It's like, did I pick a ship that I already have? Let's see. One of these ships can go. Let's dry dock that one. Okay. Perfect. CSS, right? Yep. Pretty actually happy about that decision. That's a it's a good ship. Now I have to decide what I'm going to do about these T6 coupons. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So reset that. So I think this has a trade on it, which is used for some people. So I thought I'd get it. Oh, I can't get it because I don't have any slots left. I'm trying to manage more ships, so I need to move 2 ships. Actually, I don't need to do that. So let's go and put these T6 coupons in here. And I can make these purchases on a different character. Kind. You should have some ship slots. Trying to decide what else I want to get while I was pulling that up. Alright. Hopefully you have some ship slots. Count bank. Oh, I don't know why I keep on double clicking on that. Alright. Ships, Equinox. So we'll get the Equinox. And try to look through here. Let's go all. I think that was the last thing that I needed on this account that wasn't a part of the base stuff. Actually, there is one trait that I could use, which is this one. Not necessarily from that ship. I'm going to do a quick scan here real quick and see if they messed up. Is this the one that has it for... No. Sometimes these T6 coupons don't get keyed in properly, and sometimes they allow for ships that should not be allowed for. So just doing a quick scan of the ships. Actually, I just skimmed past there. One of the flight deck carriers might be a good purchase. Not for any trait reason or anything like that, just for the fact that it's there. Almost half tempted to get that. Here's the Strike from Shadows one. This is a much better ship than the actual Maklaw that you get from the Klingon recruit. The Strike from the Shadows is a good stealth trait. Especially if you are doing the stealthing bounce. Yeah, I don't think I see any of the newer ships here. Or maybe like the Lexington for just having a good Odyssey, a decent Odyssey. Just checking my list here. Actually, I don't think it's on here though. I do need that, but I can't get it. That's something I'm gonna have to find a T6 coupon for. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get the Maklaw. Or the Lexington. Maklaw or Lexington. Am I ever gonna buy this bundle? What is the bundle that this is in? Terran. Oh. Lexington is in the 12th. You know what? So here's the thing is just future planning in my head. I will actually eventually get this bundle. There's just other bundles that I want before this. But even though SAD is not necessarily needed anymore, it's still a pretty good trait, and I would like to get that on account bound. So I think the Maklaw is probably a good choice. I could use Strike from the Shadows. What is the... I'm just going to look here real quick. It's the Discovery. What's the Cabot? Or the Shran? Do I want the Shran or the Maklaw? The problem is, I think this thing is ugly. The yeah, I don't know. Though I think I had a problem with this account. I think I had too many Klingon stuff for basic traits. You know what? Sure, why not? I'll regret it at some point, but though those are my two ships for this account. So the World Razor, which is, by my opinion, the best um, Galaxy frame, and then the Equinox for the trait, and then the actually these are both for the traits. It's actually kind of funny because damage field doesn't have you targeted. Okay. This is a horrible solo trait, by the way. You will always be targeted. Okay. All right, we've done that account, and there are a lot of things I'm skipping over, mainly because I do have them on this account already on that character. Generally speaking, I probably would have gotten a different ship than the World Razor, but I already have the Atlas on here. And I have the Terran Enterprise. Do I have it out? I don't. The Mirror Warship. So those were not in consideration at this point, on this account at least. All right, let's make more decisions on a different account. I am happy I got through the event, or the campaign for this year. I started the two new accounts this year, and it's just like, I think at some points the extra accounts make things a little bit harder to want to do something, because I'm spending too much time every single day in between the accounts. All right. All right. So did I get anything on here to mark off the list? So that's fine. So we will close that out. And then this account was once a test account that has gotten a little bit more than just a test account. Again, we'll be doing Lobby until there's a Lobby sell. I need to pull up a spreadsheet for this account. Wait a minute, something's missing up. Nope, there it is. All right. so many choices to make. So first on this one, oops. For the ship here. I don't remember what ship I have on here. It's probably going to be the mirror ship. Well, I do not have a whole lot of slots here. Do I have something to get rid of? Oh, there is a ship. I'm just going to discard this one for right now. I did not like the Federation Hollow ship. I have it. I will probably never fly it. What did I misspell? Oh. Not going to use that either, so that can go. Which means I'll probably have to switch to another account in order to get those T6 coupons. So I have the Atlas on this account, or on this character, so probably next one down is probably just going to be the Mirror Warship. Not the Mirror Strikewing Escort. Though if SAD was still good, I probably would have considered it. Yep, we're just gonna. It's another Enterprise. Oh, restricted. There. It's a good trait. Good ship. Though, honestly, on my other accounts, I basically unlocked the trait but never really did anything with the ship. I might actually fly it around a little bit. Actually, I think it's probably because it doesn't have any hangars. Actually, this ship may be better than the Garrett, though. So I may fly it. Alright, let's go ahead and put these T6 coupons so I don't have to remove more ships. Go to another account, unlock them there. Alright. Characters I never plan on playing. Probably actually do this one. Pretty sure the TOS characters filled up on slots because of the fact that I had to do the Admiralties on them. Alright, so well, one's pretty easy. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. So one ship's pretty easy. I don't have the Gargarin on this account, nor do I have the Qual. And even though the Firewheel trait got replaced, it's still not still not, God, fucking words. That's still not easy to get. The fact they put it on a promo ship. So then, next one, I might actually. Can I get the Atlantis? I cannot. So then I think the next one is the Tucker. So here's the thing. The redirecting arrays, really good if you're just doing missions, playing solo and stuff like that. It gets worse if you're going into like a TFO and you're not a tank or anything like that. But people talk down about this. But if you're not doing like group content, or it, if you're the tank, this is perfectly good trait for Fire at Will. I just have to decide whether or not I want to get the Tucker or the Klothys. Looks like they're both similar. See, the thing is that the Klothys looks actually really good. This is a really nice looking ship. But I think I'm just gonna get the Tucker, the cruise ship of yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I hear people talk bad about the redirecting arrays all the time, and I just don't think it's that good. And here's the thing: is that so the two Fire at Will traits, both of which I got today, the entwine, whatever it's called, what did the ship go on here labeled as? So the entwine tactical matrices, it does require you to be using torpedoes. And it only gives you Fire at Will 1, which is, I don't know. I don't think this trait is as good as people put it. Just the fact it does require torpedoes, where, like I said, with just with solo content, if you're just doing solo content, this will just keep it up, and keep you going with Fire at Will. But I'm not 100% into the meta. I can only go off of what my experience has been, and with my experience, I think this is better for solo content. I do need to specify the solo content. So those are my choices: two Fire at Will traits and the mirror warship on this account. All really good choices. Let me now we get to head over to the new accounts, and this should be interesting decision. I actually do have to make a really good decision on these. So I'll log out of this. So these are accounts that are new as of January this year. This 1st one, 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 1st is my Klingon account. Specifically, everything on this account will eventually be themed Klingon. This is actually the one that did not get credit for one day, even though I streamed. So it took me a day later in order to get everything. These Lobi crystals will come in use once there's Lobi cell, because there are traits that I need. So I have a really interesting decision to make on this one. So I could get the Atlas, which would be a perfectly good decision. I could use the console on it. Probably would never fly the Atlas, but I could get the Atlas, which I think is this one. But actually, what I think I want to do, so this character does not have like a great ship. I am using the Garrett. Garrett's been absolutely fine. I have no complaint with the Garrett. But because this character is the main one on this account, I think what I want to do is actually give him a ship that he's going to use, unless it gets nerfed or something else comes out that's better. But so I think what I want to do is get the flight deck carrier, the D7 flight deck. I just got to remember how it's listed on here. What pack it's in. Discovery flight deck. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. So it has a great trait. And the thing about this account is that I'm just not going to spend any money in this account. I only play this account because funny story is this account only exists because I wanted to make my own fleet. So I made new accounts. So I'm never going to actually really spend money on this. So I could get the Disco Inferno Muds bundle at some point, but I don't think I'm ever going to. I'm just never going to have enough Zen in order to do that. So I think this is a perfectly good choice for this. Make sure I'm clicking on the right one. And so now this character has a ship that it can use. All of these characters have full... do I have anything that doesn't have anything there? Yeah, you get out of here. So yeah, I want to rename that. Give me, sure, Patagus. Better than, that looks more Klingon than what was initially selected. So yeah, and it gives me good beam arrays. Oh, I completely forgot about the good beam arrays. Oh, that's so much better than what I was using. All right, but yeah, so that was my decision on that. Like I said, generally I probably would have got the Atlas, but because this is my main character and I really just wanted a ship for this character to use, I went with that instead. Still has a really good trait. I don't know. For my understanding, the Atlas console is replaceable, and I'm putting quotes up around replaceable. Whereas this trait is not replaceable. So I think it was a decent decision there. So again, this character has no ship slots, so let's go ahead and move these. We'll change characters and then get some ships. So And the bright side is because this is purely a Klingon account, the ship choices are pretty easy. So I don't have any good ships on this account. Besides for back at the beginning of the year, they gave us a free T6 coupon. But then they announced the Garrett, and I was planning on flying the Garrett on most of my characters. And so I got the Awani for the shuttlecraft. But basically everything else is kind of just meh on this character. So what I do want to do, get the two main ships you should always be getting, which is the Kirk. So if you're doing any energy weapons, you really just want this. Now it does require you be using emergency power, but you should be using emergency power. Oh, I didn't pick up the coupons out of the. It's like, why is it 3,000? So yeah. So the Kirk is the first one that I'm going to get on this account. Just because I really need this trait. It's a really good trait for energy weapons. And then the next one, which is good to get on this account, if I can remember what it is called, I think it's the Martok. Martok, are you the trait I want? Yes. Supercharged weapons. Generally speaking, on any account, those are the first two ships I always get first on an account, just because these two traits are basically good, and I don't mind these ships. This is a 4/4, but it doesn't look that bad. And the seating's not that bad on it. So I'm just going to claim that. So those are the two ships that I would suggest, and then, oops, apparently did already claim it. There are other considerations to make for the T6 coupons, but especially with the limitations for what you can do with a coupon, I think those are some good choices. Other choices I probably would have made. The Gamor. Actually, the Gamor on this account probably would. No. Oh, yeah. Gamor would have been a good choice on this, only because it doesn't give you the spiral beams, but it gives you access to them. So if I was to have this ship, I could go and buy them. I think they're off of. They would be here. Is where you'd be able to buy them. I think they would be under reclaim here. So that would be an option. The only problem is that they're expensive. The best way to get like this is to get one of the actual what is it? And it's kind of asking a lot, but it is a better option. So if you were to get this bundle and you were to get these, get this ship here, it has the spiral beams on them for free, and you don't have to pay dilithium for them. Now it is like, I think 500 or 50,000, I think, dilithium, so it's doable, but if you want to spend the lithium. But I think that would be the only, I think the third option for me. Also, I will say those traits that I bought, if you have the money to spend, there are better options, mainly legendary ships, which you can only get in bundles. Me being dumb, but so like the supercharged weapons is on the 10th anniversary. It is on the Romulan bundle because it's on this. Am I correct? No, on okay, yeah, on the legendary. So yeah, so supercharged weapons are on this, and on the legendary border skew, which is the battles. This right here. Actually, the two traits that I just got, if you really want them, and you want to get something that give it to you, and this is if you want to spend money, of course, because it's 1,200 without discount, 25%. That is me doing math in my head. It's so 900 is a 25%. Be more than that if it's 35%. But this gives you the emergency cycle that I got, and this would give you the supercharged. This is actually a bundle that most people suggest that people get, just for starters. But you know. But all right, let's go ahead and go to the last account, and that one's actually probably going to be the most generic choices ever. Got to pull up the Epic store here. Uh-oh. Because I clicked off of it and clicked back on. So this one, the most boring choices in the world. So I could do the flight deck carrier like I did on the last one, but the problem is that the Constitution flight deck carrier, besides for it being a flight deck carrier, a decent flight deck carrier, doesn't really give you much. The trade on it isn't good. I don't even think the console is any good. I don't think I've ever used it on any account, but so I think the best thing to do for me would be just to go with the most boring choice, and that is the Atlas. Atlas is a decent ship. I wouldn't say it was a great ship, but it is flyable. It does have a hangar bay, which is good. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Am I missing the 23rd century? Am I blind? Or am I just scanning too fast? 23rd century. I saw that last time. Games like, you will not have the Atlas. We refuse to give it to you. What are this? What's this? Oh. That is the box I needed. All right. By the way, all these ships are really, like pretty. They're pretty. I'm not gonna say they're great. They're pretty. Also, I think there are rumors. I'm putting quotes up again. One of these days, I'll have a camera. I will never have a camera. I don't want you guys to see my face. I'm too fat and ugly. I'll kill you all. But there is a rumor that there is going to be an Atlas 2 coming out um, sometime within the next few months. Rumor, all rumor, but if there is, I mean that's cool. I hope they give it better stats. Oh, am I still full? All these characters, like these free to play accounts. Oh, I mean, we can dry deck that one very easily. Uh, we can discharge that one. Again, did not like this ship. And you know what? They said when they were doing the stream for it that it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I agree with them. This is the stats were horrible, and I'll move this stuff down. Rename Alice. And then I need 2 more slots. Dry dock that. All right. And then we're just going to basically do the Federation version. This account, I decided when I made this count that I was not going to do any non-Federation ships on this unless it was absolutely necessary. Like I will get the D7 flight deck carrier on this because of the trait. But if it's a ship that has traits that are or traits and consoles that are spread between multiple ships, I will always go with a Fed ship on this one. Quite the opposite on the Klingon account. If it's like if it is a Federation ship, or if it's a Federation ship, which all new ships are basically Federation ships, but if it's a Federation ship that has a good trait or something, I might get it on, or I will get it on it. But otherwise, if there's a trait console that is split between multiple ships, then I will get it as a Klingon on that count. But so this one, Avenger. Oh wait, this is not the Avenger. Don't remember what it's called. God, my brain. All right. I also have to remember. Let's go ahead and do this. Battlecruiser. Arbiter. That's what it's called. So yeah, so this will give me my my emergency weapon cycle. And then for supercharged, I need the Endeavor. which is a very, very ugly ship, but it does have the trait that I want. And generally speaking, on if someone was doing a new account, these would be the suggestions I would make for people. Oops, I don't need to read the name of this. Also, I believe the Endeavor has a good console, or a decent console, right? Yeah, yeah, has the flagship tactical computer. The the Klingon version of it also has this, but it's a decent console. So Atlas, generic choice, but this is a really good console. And then getting the 2 traits I really needed on these accounts. And this is actually not a bad ship. Actually, how many upgrade tokens do I have on this account? I could do 3. I guess it's all 3 of the new ships. Sure, but this has a fleet version. Would I rather do the fleet version? Maybe. I don't think that this has a fleet version. Nope, that's 11 consoles. This does not have a fleet version. We can upgrade this one. Might end up being flown more than it shouldn't be. Atlas. This also may end up getting flown. Though I think, if I remember right, let's make sure I don't have the move stuff automatically selected. Alright. If I remember right, this has too much engineering. Is that correct? Yeah. Too much engineering. I guess that is the downside to this ship. So probably will not be flying this one. But I got the console. Alright. So if you're watching, you're new. Those are some choices that I made to kind of give you an idea what decisions you make. One thing I will suggest that if you're looking for something specifically for a trait, always look for a legendary variant if you have the money to spend on legendaries. If not, then just do what I did. Get the ship as you see fit. But if you have been watching, I do thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to give me a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream or post a video again. If you do work for STO, give me my my dilithium for the day missed on the event. Otherwise, yeah. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.